Workplace safety. Versys is legislated and believes that each worker has three basic rights: the right to refuse dangerous work and know that he or she is protected from reprisal, the right to know about workplace hazards and have access to basic health and safety information, and the right to participate in health and safety discussions and health and safety committees. Stop work authority refusing dangerous work. All Versys employees and subcontractors are empowered and expected to refuse unsafe or dangerous work. External suppliers or vendors operating on behalf of Versys are also empowered to refuse unsafe work. All work refusals will be documented, investigated, and reviewed by management. Always remember, no task is considered so urgent that it cannot be performed safely, and you are the one with the most control over how safe you perform your work. Management responsibilities. To create a culture that promotes the right to refuse unsafe work. To demonstrate support for using the work refusal process without the potential for retribution. Resolves work refusals when they arise. Hold employees and contractors accountable for full compliance with the work refusal program. Review all reporting and investigation documentation regarding work refusals. Investigate following activation of a work refusal to identify the root cause and determine corrective actions. Ensure details are recorded in accordance with internal and client-specific protocol and reporting mechanisms. Supervisors and managers' responsibility. Promote a culture where workers' rights to refuse is freely exercised, honored, and resolved before resuming operations. Ensure necessary work refusal procedures and follow-up is completed. HR department responsibilities. Provide training, support, documentation, and monitor compliance of the work refusal program. Ensure employees and contractors receive training on work refusals during their orientations and onboarding. Monitor and track reporting and investigation and corrective actions documentation regarding work refusals. Employee and contractor responsibilities. Be aware of the work refusal process. Advise external suppliers, vendors of their right to refuse during the engagement process in daily pre-work discussions. Exercise your right to refuse work when you perceive that a risk is present. Notify field lead and the client rep or relevant manager if work refusal is reported. Participate in risk assessment and investigation following activation of a work refusal. Procedure for refusing dangerous work. An employee may refuse work if he or she believes that the situation is unsafe to either him or herself or his or her co-workers. When a worker believes that a work refusal should be initiated, the employee must report to his or her supervisor that he or she is refusing to work and state why he or she believes the situation is unsafe. The employee's supervisor and a health and safety committee member or employee representative will investigate. With support from management may be required. The employee returns to work if the problem is resolved with mutual agreement. If the problem is not resolved, a government health and safety inspector is called. The inspector investigates and gives decisions in writing.